Yeah, that's enough for now. Shrink that. As you can see, that was 2006 in Cabela. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to this UK evening meditation. So if you haven't already done your namaskar and put yourself in bandhan, this is the opportunity to do so. So as you're doing that, you know, we're going to be doing a meditation tonight on the right side, or as the video is, ego and humility. And that is in conjunction with all the dictators around the world. We would like in their consciousness somewhere to absorb some of this things that Mother talks about, ego and humility. So what we're going to do, we're going to offer some mantras to the right side, call the right side. Hopefully our attention will spread throughout the world and work in that consciousness and get rid of these dictatorships and this aggression that's hammers humanity, and also removes their chitta, removes their attention from God in a lot of ways. Well, sometimes they do push your attention further towards God, because what is life all about when you got a monster on your head? You would ask yourself, you'd ask yourself. So it's going to be a light one tonight. A light meditation, nothing too heavy. So hopefully you've done your Kundalini Bandhan. And we're going to focus first of all on the gravitational force, that auspiciousness that's in everything and everywhere. So if we worship Lord Ganesha, pray to him that he'll open up the channels in order for the vibrations to flow, and at the same time open the consciousness in these people that are really just holding on to power. So just, if we relax, we can just put our right hand on the Mother Earth to start with, and we're going to invoke Lord Ganesha. So we're going to say just one time Sri Ganesha mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And just hold yourself on this point and meditate for a moment on that force. So the power of Lord Ganesha exists in every single molecule, everywhere. And we're asked Lord Ganesha to vibrate every fiber. And now we can bring our hands up and just relax. And as I said, we're going to concentrate on working the right channel. So we'll do the full mantra to the whole channel to start with, and then we'll do some calling mantras and things. So you can bring our left hand up to the sky. And then we'll say Shri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Shri Hanumana Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Shri Hanumana Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Okay, now we bring that left hand onto the right swadhisthana or the liver. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to call their right side, our right side, their right side. Going to try and bring that in the atmosphere and clear this overexcited right channel. So we're going to first say Sri Chandrama, full mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chandrama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And then Shri Himalaya Devata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Himalaya Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And then we're going to say Sarva Tapa Harini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Tapa Harini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now we're going to work on the attention. So we're going to say a few mantras on the attention. So the first one is Shri Nirmala Chitta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Chitta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Chitta Nirodha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chitta Nirodha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Chitta Swari. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chitta Vishwari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And the last one, the power of consciousness. Shri Chit Shakti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chit Shakti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And you can just relax. Bring your hands on your lap. Just relax your attention, relax your body. So there's probably a lot of us out there who may have focused on various world leaders who we feel they are in that role of dictatorships, controlling whatever. Now it's time to put them at mother's feet, pray that all the mantras will resonate in that consciousness and help to soothe and remove this ego. So what we're going to do just a mantra, just to bring Shri back within ourselves and at the forefront of our meditation. And we're going to say Shri Nirmala Devi, Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Sakshat Shri. Oh, Shri Nirmala Devi. I'm getting confused now. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Okay, just simple as that. Just one time, just to bring Mother back. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Okay, now surrender everything. Now, I don't know what this is. I found this, it just came up, and I thought, okay, I'll play it. But to be honest with you, I haven't heard it fully, so I don't know. But let's just meditate and listen. It sounded nice.
The most beautiful word on the lips of mankind is the word mother in the Lord. And the most beautiful call is the call of my mother. It is a word full of hope and love, a sweet and kind word coming from the depths of the heart. It is a word full of hope and love, a sweet and kind word coming from the depths of the heart. The mother is everything. She is our consolation in sorrow, our hope in misery, and our strength in weakness. She is the source of love, mercy, sympathy, and forgiveness. He who loses his mother loses a pure soul, who blesses and guards him constantly. Everything in nature bespeaks the mother, and the mother, the prototype of all existence, is the eternal spirit full of beauty and love. The word Lord Mother is hidden in our hearts, and it comes upon our lips in hours of sorrow and happiness, as the perfume comes from the heart of the rose and mingles with clear and cloudy air. The most beautiful word on the lips of mankind is the word mother in the earth. And the most beautiful call is the call of my mother. It is a word full of hope and love, a sweet and kind word coming from the depths of the heart. It is a word full of hope and love, a sweet and kind word coming from the depths of the heart. The most beautiful word on the lips of mankind is the word mother in the earth. And the most beautiful call is the call of my mother. It is a word full of hope and love, a sweet and kind word coming from the depths of the heart.
Film show is on, is it? Sit down, sit down. All right. How is the baby, Gahan? How is the baby? All right? Did you try that? Good. Uh-huh. Yeah. So good. Athena. Die. Come along. Come along. Her name is Marina. Good boy. Shonu? Where is Shonaga? Shonu Kula? Hello? Now you go and call Shonu. Just go and call. Shonu. Where is she now? Go and call. Shonu. Just call. Where is she now? Shonu, you call. Call Shonu. Shonu, where is she? She's outside. Just call her. Go and call. Yes. You must tell them both. Okay? Very busy people. How are you? Good. We had a very good session, I should say, and a very successful trip in Portugal, and even better in Spain. Portugal is a place where gurus have touched very nicely, because people are too simple, I think. And because they are too simple, they are affected too hard. And I was really confronted with so many sick people there who have been to gurus, who have been only for 2-3 years with that, are badly affected. And surprisingly, how the whole thing is exposed, that we may be able to do much better in Portugal. Now the Portuguese people get a lot of wine. They drink a lot. They really drink. I mean, they have all kinds of wines in their country. It's a very big problem of that place is it has many wines. And I think the drunkenness make them extremely lethargic. And that lethargy brought down that empire. You can see it's a very huge place. I mean, the buildings, if you see, are very beautifully done. Lots of buildings with lots of architecture, and all that is like a desolate place. The reason is the people who were at a time quite affluent, were doing well. Gradually unemployment started settling down. Lots of strikes, just the same thing as I feel is happening in this country. And unemployment and amounting to starvation. First they used to get doles and all that as we get here. Gradually it stopped. Now it's so bad that all of them have to depend on their parents. There's no way. They have no source of income. Very few industries. It's one of the poorest country in the whole of Europe. That made me think about England. But we have to know that this country also may face a phase if we do not get up now. You see, it's all right to divert your attention to Falkland and all that, but it cannot feed you. So we have to understand, all the Sahaja Yogis must understand, that they all must have some sort of a degree or something on the paper. That's very important. And though you are all realized souls, and you are spiritually so endowed, everything is there. But you have to think of the whole. If the country completely goes down in its production and its capacity to activate itself, you will go down too. So your attention should be now, of course you should not be materialistic, but towards putting more activity into you, even in Sahaja Yoga, in meditating, in working it out in yourself. So lethargy is not going to pay. And this is one thing, is such an inertia that exists, that unless and until you really put in complete willpower, this inertia may not be combated, may be very difficult. Even in Sahaja Yoga, you see, it is very easy to escape and explain, you see, yourself, oh, I got up and this happens, that happens. But I think the symptoms are of a very dangerous type. And as Sahaja Yogis, you have to be patriotic about it, and you have to think about it. After all, you are symbols of the English people. Whatever works out in you will start working out in the rest. So how you behave towards yourself and towards the general atmosphere is very, very important. Now towards Sahaja Yoga also, the attitude has to be understood very clearly. You see, like a Maharaja in India, who lives in quite great comfort, first of all, lives like a lord, and he orders about, you see. And then everything is lost. But still he talks like a lord, he behaves like a lord. His whole thing is the same way. Though it's not that the kingdom is there, that he is the ruler, but he'll talk like that to everyone, because the habits are formed. I think the mind also has formed the habit. The whole atmosphere is charged with such ego since long. And that's why towards Sahaja Yoga also the attitude has to be humbler, much humbler. Because without humility you cannot go. That's one thing you must understand. It's no question of you rationally saying something about it or explaining about it. But you see, basically one has to be extremely humble. First of all, it's a very big privilege to get realization. You know that. It's a greater privilege to go in it. And it's the greatest to be a Sahaja Yogi. It's a very great privilege that you have, which very few people have. And you are the ones who are chosen specially. But the humility part of it is still missing about Sahaja Yoga. About Sahaja Yoga. Like we should ask, make me a better Sahaja Yogi, a humbler Sahaja Yogi, a compassionate Sahaja Yogi, a sweeter Sahaja Yogi. Dissolve my. This is very important, we must understand. Because whatever works out in you will work out in this country. Arrogance is something that with ego you can never understand you have been arrogant. The way you talk to others, the way you behave towards others, you will never understand because there is ego. If you are standing in the darkness, the light is there, but it is covered with something. How will you understand where is the light? So humility must be there, because you people have very developed brains, very developed, overdeveloped brains. And that brain can, you see, always tell you, oh, you're better than others. You see, always. The another one is no good, and the third one is useless. See, you are the best. That's typical of the brain teachings. And when it starts working out, it's very difficult to see that the one who is saying this is nowhere. Because from the point where you see, you cannot see what you are saying. What you see is the whole thing as if you have to command it, you have to ask for it. Of course, the quality is very much changing now. Everybody is becoming very, very, very sweet and sober, and nobody now demands anything from me. Like, you must give me this, mother, you have to do it, you have to look after me. After all, I have been to your Caxton Hall once, you see, and how dare you do not look after my mother when she met an accident. Something like that. That's over now. That's over. The quality is improving now. One has started learning now how to laugh at your own ego and this and that. But I personally think that one has to realize that if you represent this country to your mother, then it has to improve still. Still I have to improve. I have to go ahead. I have to go further with it. And I have to develop that beauty of humility. Like in Portugal, they told me, Lord Byron, whom I think to be a useless fellow, absolutely good for nothing, and I regretted every minute why he was created on this earth. He went and said, Sintra is a very beautiful place. Sintra is too good to be wasted on Portuguese. It should have been from Mr. Lord Byron, whosoever he may be. Just see, typical. And it pinches everyone, everybody feels. But think, if you are the person about whom it is said, this is all right. So one has to develop a kind of a humility that I have to still receive. Come forward, come forward. I have to still get it. It has to work out. Now, when it comes to that kind of an attitude, then you turn round. Turn round upon yourself. What have you done for Sahaja Yoga? One question. Simple question. What have you done for Sahaja Yoga? How many people have you given realization? How many people have you been able to cure? How much peace have you got within yourself? How much blissful are you? How much compassion have you got? How much forgiveness and patience you have for others? How much of sharing you can do? These are the signs of Sajogis. That you break your shell, you become the collective. How much do you understand others? And how much do you understand giving others? What have you given to others, even on material level? Let's see. These questions should be put to yourself. On a very material level, these questions are to be asked. On a very material level, because the light comes down up to material level. How many people you can forgive? You are realized soul. You are prophets, no doubt. You can make others prophets. But you have to be the quality also. The quality of a prophet is his nobility. He is so noble. The nobleness. in comparison with other people who are not realized souls, he is nobler. He is more dignified. He is much more forgiving. So the whole way of dealing with others will change. He is obedient. We have to obey in Sahaja. We have to obey our good will. Otherwise you are difficult people. It's impossible. Nobody can do anything to you. If you are like a thorn, how can anybody help you? So the quality of a Sahajogi is measured by another kind of a measure. It's not the way human beings measure the quality of other human beings. Like somebody has a good taste, for example, so-called. Then people say, oh, he's great with a good taste. Or if he has a big car, oh, he's a big man. Or he talks like that, or he walks like that, or says this, that, and all those things. Or a question like this, why did you say like that? All these words, that they sound very hard to me. Why do you do like that? This kind of a language itself was not there in this English language. Nowadays the language is so changed and very rude, very arrogant, and very harmful. So first ask yourself, because Sahaja will spread, of course, slowly and steadily, I hope, only through your images. You are the reflectors. You put my thousands of posters. I am so unique, They'll say, all right, this unique personality is taken out. No good. What about the disciples? So actually whatever is in the lower level animals is important. Like in lower level animals, the king is the one, say the tiger has to kill an animal, big animal. It is he who only can kill. Till human stage also perhaps it is so. The one who can really dominate others, survival of the fittest, is the rule. Is the other way around. It's changed completely. How much free you are in your ideas, or you are still identified with old ideas. But free doesn't mean abandonment by any chance. Freedom means you respect the freedom of others. First and foremost thing of freedom is that you must respect the freedom of others. Even God respects your freedom. He cannot give you realization if you don't want it. You cannot force it. So respect the freedom of others. But that does not mean while respecting the freedom of others, there should be abandonment. If somebody is abandoned in Sahaja Yoga, he goes out of the circulation of Sahaja Yoga. It's not coming in, so important, I have told you 100 times. It's the throwing out part of it, you see. Sometimes I feel I should give you some glues to stick on. Maybe the wheel can turn very fast and some of half-baked may be thrown out back again into the oven. So I feel in these countries where I went, Spain, they call it Spain still half developing, Portugal developing. I don't know what you think about Italy, whatever it is called. Very humble people. Very humble from the very first day. Anyone who comes from the very first day, they are very humble, and because they are humble, they are sensitive to me. Because you have to be really very humble to be sensitive to me. That's a fact. Because I am too simple, naive, as if I do not understand anything. I look like that. As if I have no knowledge of anything. Very simple woman, talks in a very simple way, is very friendly. All right. So to understand me, you have to be extremely humble. And if you cannot go to that level of humility, you cannot see me. And you cannot understand. And the more you start understanding, the more humble you will become, naturally, because you know what it is. So, I've told you many times about humility part of it, but my experience of these countries was, where I went there, I mean, they're very humble people, very humble. About Sahaja Yoga, extremely humble they were. Even the new people were very humble. Spanish people, same thing, extremely humble. You see, Don had told me that they have an ego of a bullfighter, but the one who came this time was so humble, I was amazed. Even if I could touch them, that was sufficient for them. Nobody pulled my hand, nothing. So this is what it is. One has to understand that we have certain tags of our past which has to go down. The language should be extremely humble language. Try to read. I don't know whose language is so humble. Maybe mine, I don't know. But try to read books where people speak humble language, humble way of talking. You'll enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Humility is the glory of such yogis. It's the only way they will grow. It's like putting your roots down and down and down. The people who went from here were themselves amazed at the humility of the people who were there. Very much amazed. The way things are working out there, the way they helped us and did everything for us. And I'm sure now in Spain we'll have a very nice, very nice center. Of course the ambassador is a very, very humble man, you know him, too humble. And he might be coming here, and one day I want to call him here to the ashram also. He and his wife will be here. So the ambassador
We'll stop it there. And as you can see, the Puja talk is just here. 1982, 607, Ego and Humility, Nightingale Lane, Ashram in London. So again, we're going back to to untangle these things of dictatorships and aggressions. And the other thing that came across to me in the talk was the conditionings. They could be dictators. They could be the ones who dictate our spirit, who dominate us as well. So it's not just the big wigs out there, but also these things that hang within us. So what we want to do now, we want to go back in and meditate, and we want to unravel these things, and we're going to do that in a form of 3 more mantras, and that is the Granthis. We're going to work our way from the Brahma Granthi all the way to the Rudra Granthi. Okay, so again, we're going to pray to Mother that these Granthis will be cut, opened, and not just within us, but also, like we said, in these external forces that stops the progress of the spiritual self. So we're going to start with the Brahma Granthi. So some of the words: until Brahma Granthi breaks, the Kundalini will not rise to Nabi. The first knot is created by our attention becoming identified with matter and materialism. We have to understand there is such a thing as spirit. To overcome it, we should put our attention first on the spirit and not on worldly matters. So we're going to first take the mantra, Shri Brahmadeva Granthi Vibedini. The full mantra, of course. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahma Granthi Vibedini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And let the Kundalini rise. So between the Nabi and the heart, Vishnu Granthi, the second knot, is the one by which we think that we are doing something. The more we do, the more we create ego. Human beings can't break the second knot, only God can do it. So here we must have self-respect and surrender ourselves to God. Okay, so we're going to take the second mantra, Shri Vishnu Granthi Vibedini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Granthi Vibedini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And let the Kundalini rise. And the third one is Rudra Granthi. In order to open the Rudra Granthi, the third and last knot between Agya and Sahasrara, we have to be absolutely honest with ourselves and with God. This requires complete humility and surrender. So Shri Rudra Granthi Vibedini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Rudra Granthi Vibedini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. So then we're going to do the Maha Mantras. That is the whole subtle system. So we're going to say the Maha Mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Mahakali Shikshatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. 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 Let's just meditate for few minutes with our eyes on Shamataji or closed, and we'll put some music on afterwards. Sorry to disturb you like that. What we do, I'm just gonna put some bad jams on so you can relax and enjoy more the meditation, or you can even spend the evening doing your other chores, putting the children to bed or whatever you need to do. It's sometimes nice to have that atmosphere of bhajans around as you're doing whatever you have to do for the evening. So, well, thanks for joining, and we do hope and pray that these dictatorships, whether they're in Sahaj or outside Sahaj or even within us, somehow get unraveled and the knots get cut and we can grow deeper in ourselves. So again, thanks for joining, and we wish you a drier week. Not sure if that's going to be true, but we hope so. It's going to be a bit drier and yeah, well, whatever it is, isn't it? So enjoy and good night. And here's the bhajans. Jai Shmataji. I just wanted to mention on the other one, I have no idea where this has come from, or it just came up and I played it at this mother thing, so and I don't know who did it or anything. So because I had it muted when I was mentioning it last time, so I thought I'd let you know. But I have no idea who did it or anything. So one more time. stop it here, I guess, because the sound obviously wasn't excellent, but you can see that Mother was intensively watching everyone and enjoying everyone by the looks of it. So that's it. I would say we're going to close it up and wish you all a very nice end of the week and good luck. Jai Shri Mataji, all the best. And